It's a beautiful day here in Castle Rock, and I'm glad you're enjoying the study of natural evangelism. I want to talk about chapter 7. The title is Don't Be Afraid to Eat with Sinners. One of my favorite chapters in the Bible is Matthew chapter 9, where you see the call of the tax collector Matthew. And Jesus goes and he talks with him and he invites him into kind of the fold of the disciples, the apostles. But what's really fascinating in that chapter is that Jesus does exactly the opposite than what we typically do in the church. When Matthew is called to be a disciple, he accepts that call. He is a follower of Jesus. But instead of kind of pulling Matthew outside of his comfortable world and his friends, which a lot of times in the church, that's what we do. We see people converted and we do everything we can to kind of get them away from, their social comfort zone. Jesus does the opposite of that. He goes back to Matthew's house and has a meal with him and all his friends. And all his friends would be people that we would consider to be kind of the fringe of society. These are the tax collectors, the sinners, the people that society didn't really accept, and especially the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the religious Jews of that time. But Jesus goes to them and eats a meal with them, which is completely in contrast to a lot of how we kind of do evangelism today. We kind of go into the world to pluck them out of the world, but Jesus plucks Matthew out, but then goes back into his place, into his house, to get more people out as well. And so that's what I wanted to kind of share with you today in that chapter. Don't be afraid to eat with sinners. Jesus did that. He invites Matthew in and then goes back into his home to look for even more people to be saved and hear the message of Jesus. So thanks so much for studying the book. Hope it's going well.